What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. Today we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a total of 4 NBA player props I love on the board for this Wednesday, February 5th NBA slate. And I hope you guys tell yesterday's video. We went 3 out of 3 on our picks, and our player of the days have been killing it recently. I believe in the last 11 player of the days that we've given you guys, only one of those ones have missed. So again, over 90% of those, it's like a 92% or whatever hit rate that we've had so far in these last couple of videos. So again, hope you guys have been telling those ones, been benefiting off of those plays. And again, if you guys tailed yesterday straight up, that nice little 3-man we gave you guys, that one did cash out. So let me know if you guys tailed that one down below in the comments. And if you guys hit, I like whenever I just see you guys hitting down below in the comments and just winning money together, which we're all trying to do here on Prize Picks, and just make some profit. So again, comment down below if you guys did. And with that being said, before we get into today's video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. Just mean the world to me. Been grinding all season trying to give you guys best content and best value in this breakdowns that I can find on this Prize Picks board. And again, it would just mean the world to me. Really help me out, continue to grow my channel for you guys, and just continue trying to win some money together, which we're all trying to do here again. So if you guys haven't joined already, we got a free Discord link, will be down in the description below of this video. If you guys haven't joined already, again, completely free. It's just where we'll be posting those player props even if we don't upload a video, which we rarely do. I believe like typically every week we'll give you guys like 6 or 5 videos out of the 7 days. So again, those extra like 1 or 2 days that we don't upload, we'll definitely have a player prop player of the day posted up in there. So again, it's just where announcements and all that other good stuff will be in there as well. So with that being said, enough talking. We're going to go to hop right in the props on today's board and hopefully give you guys a nice little sweep and our another player of the day cash out. So pretty good slate, a lot of games to choose from. We're being looking at 3 different games, I believe. This Golden State Warriors versus Jazz game, this one should be a really good game. -6 in favor of Golden State Warriors, an over and under of 230 points total. So again, a good decent amount of offense to be scored. Nuggets Spurs, Pelicans, a lot of offense to be scored in this matchup. -240 total points to be scored on this line that they have anticipated. And then we're going to be looking at Orlando Magic versus Sat Kings. This should also be another good game. So with that being said, our player of the day in today's video, we're going to be rocking DeMar DeRozan over his points line at 20.5. This dude's been super consistent, just been balling out through the roof recently. This is a very evenly matchup. So again, it should be a nice competitive game. And whenever it's goes this game, I could almost guarantee that DeMar is definitely going to go over 20.5 points. It give us that as a nice little 21 plus points that we need to cover this line. Now, if we look at the 4 unders that he's had recently, a lot of them were tough matchup. New York Knicks, this one was a blowout. Obviously, he didn't play that much. And then this game against OKC Thunder was a crazy blowout. In both these matchups, he did end up getting 18 and 17. So again, if it was a closer game, he would have cashed. And then just had a tough 2 matchups against, well, this one was pretty much a blowout. They kind of came back in the end in those like cheap minutes. But again, 17 and the 19 right here. But even with those 4 losses, he's been damn near consistent at being near this line every single time, which we'd love to see. We don't like it. We don't like to look for those inconsistent guys on our player of the days. So this is a very good line for him in his last 20 games. This dude's covered the line 55% of the time. Last 10 games, 60% of the time. Again, those 4 losses though, they were like just kind of cupcake type of unders in my opinion. But this is another very good game. Obviously, Orlando, they're ranked second in points allowed, only give around 105 a game, surprisingly. But from like 3 to 5 spot, they're actually like really locked down against the opposing bigger guys. Now, the shooting guard and point guard position is where they give up the most points, which DeMar does play that 1 and 2 spot. As you guys can see, ranked 20th in points allowed, around 24. Shooting guard, they give 26 a game. So a combined total of 50 plus points to be scored from that 1 and 2 spot. And again, DeMar DeRozan, if he's taken 18 shot attempts in his last 10 games. Again, I feel like this is a very good line. Been seeing 37 plus minutes a game whenever it's a good one. So again, this should be another good line for DeMar DeRozan. With that being solid defensively from those other positions, it should really open up the floor for DeMar to have those opportunities on top of, again, that so much volume that he's taking in his line, only being at 20.5. The little insight down below, DeMar DeRozan has exceeded this 20.5 points line in 5 straight games at home, averaging 30 in the last couple of games at home, which is insane. If you look at his last 5 games, whenever he's been at home, he's been damn near averaging 30 at every single game. The only time was this blow against the Washington Wizards, 20-point game. 24, though, he still covered, did get pulled out early. So again, despite that, though, he's been balling out, doing his thing, and I believe this should be another game where he goes over. If we look at his resume against these guys, he has a great one. These 3 matchups were from last season whenever he was on the Chicago Bulls, but damn near identical stats of what we've been seeing compared to his workload on the Kings. If we look at these last 3 matchups, 22 shot attempts on average. Again, just a lot of minutes, 36, 40. And then again, the shot attempts are damn near identical to what he's been seeing so far this season. So I'm not worried about this being a whole different team from this little insight right here. Again, his work on this Kings team has been significant and just super consistent recently. So really love this line. Not really much else to explain. This dude's been balling at home, averaging 30. He has a perfect matchup for him against a team that's weak against the point guard and shooting guard, which he does play. He has a great resume against these guys, and this dude is going to be guaranteed to put up his shots. So with that being said, not really much else to explain on this player here, but our player of the day for today's video on this Wednesday slate is going to be that DeMar over 20.5 points. If you guys didn't take anything from my videos, I'd always recommend the player of the days. Again, our last 11 player of the days, only one of them is missed. So again, we've been super hot on those ones, and we're looking to keep this little run going with this just player of the day stats. Specifically, DeMar DeRozan 20.5 points is the guy that we're going to be rocking with for today's video. Our second player, we're back with CJ McCollum over his 20.5 points as well. This has also been another consistent guy. This matchup against Denver is also a very good matchup. We just saw him drop 30 against these guys. Again, we don't really like to overthink these props. The only times that he's gone under were in blowouts as well in the last couple games. This 30-point game, this was a tough matchup against Boston Celtics. This game against Dallas, they're actually pretty solid against opposing shooting guards and guards and whatnot. And then Chicago Bulls, he kind of just flopped right here, only took 13 shot attempts. But despite that, he's actually had a very good season on the Pelicans, been balling out doing his thing. And the part that I really like about this play as to why I added it in this video is CJ McCollum has exceeded 20.5 points in 5 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses for points allowed, averaging 29 points. Again, that is 9 over his actual line in 5 straight games, similar defensively to the Denver Nuggets. If we look at them against the points and point guards, they're ranked 21st in points allowed, give around 25 a game. Shooting guard position, they're ranked 24th, which he does play, give around 30 a game. So if they're giving that many points to a guy like CJ McCollum, I feel like he should be able to go out there and exceed and do his thing. They really were on lockdown on, what's his name, Zion Williamson last game. I know we had him in that video 2 days ago. But again, that really opens up the floor for CJ McCollum even more. If we look at his last couple games against similar teams defensively, like the Denver Nuggets, he's been cashing money against these guys. And again, he just dropped 30 against them recently. So even past that 30-point game that he had against these guys, he has a great resume so far on the season alone. He's gone 2 out of 2 in their last 2 head-to-heads against each other. 24 and 30 in both these matchups, 21 and 22 shot attempts, and again, great minutes, 38 and 35. If we come back to his last 10 games, he's been averaging 33 minutes. Whenever it's a good game, though, we'll definitely see 35 plus minutes and 18 shot attempts, shooting around 43%. So that's what we like to see. And my favorite part, again, is this insight, averaging 9 over your actual line against teams like this. Again, I feel like this plays a no-brainer, and I expect CJ McCollum to have another good game against these guys. So with that being said, our second player is going to be that play right here for McCollum over that 20.5 points. Pretty low in my opinion. So that's my second player in today's video. Moving on to the Jazz versus Warriors game, we're going to be rocking with Walker Kessler over his PRA line at 23.5. I was also debating on putting this one as my player of the day. I felt like DeRozan had a little more value, though. This is a very good matchup. Obviously, Warriors surprisingly have been pretty solid defensively, only give around 111 points to opposing teams, ranked 8th. In rebounds, ranked 23rd, give around 45 a game, and 18th in assists allowed, give around 26 a game. If we look at this center position specifically, though, they're actually more vulnerable to the bigger guys than the guards. If we look at the guard position, they're solid, lockdown, ranked number 1 in points allowed to opposing point guards, giving around only 20 points a game. If we move on to the center position, they give around 17, 13, and 4 a game, being ranked 22nd in both rebounds and assists allowed. And Walker Kessler has been a dog on the boards recently, and even assists, getting those little opportunities in there. So them being ranked so low in both those stats alone, on top of getting around 17 points a game, I feel like this one's a very good matchup for him. And then a part that I really love about this play is Kessler has exceeded 23.5 PRA in 8 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed, averaging almost 30 PRA in those type of matchups against similar teams defensively, like the Golden State Warriors. So again, if you're averaging 7 over in 8 straight games, I feel like this one's a no-brainer. His last 10 games, he's been seeing great minutes. Whenever it's a close game, we'll definitely see like 33 plus minutes, 21 rebound chances, 2 potential assists, and 7 shot attempts a game, shooting 73%. Again, he is a big guy. He's going to be taking high percentage shots. So again, more than likely, majority of these shots are going to go in. So as long as he gets 5 to drop and he gets those boards, I feel like this should be a good game. And then we got this matchup against the Warriors, who is a very vulnerable team on giving up those rebounds, which this dude has been thriving in recently. I feel like this one's also a very good play. If we look at these last 8 games against similar teams, he's been balling cash money every single time. And again, it hasn't even been close. Like OKC, for example, they're a way better defensive team than the Golden State Warriors. And he had a total of 33.5 PRA. Again, other matchups against similar teams, OKC again, 28. Now he has this matchup, which is definitely easier in my opinion against the Warriors. I believe this one should be a very good play for him. And then if we look at his resume against these guys, this really doesn't do him justice. These two games were from last season. He definitely didn't get as much workload, only 25 minutes in both these matchups. Two shot attempts and then 12 rebound chances. His numbers have been damn near double this all season long. So again, I feel like this one doesn't do him justice. And then the matchup that they had this season, it was 127 to 86. Obviously, the Warriors are lacking a lot of players recently and have been struggling. So I believe the Utah Jazz should be able to keep up in this game even more. And with just his recency, again, this dude's been a baller, and I believe this should be a nice little line. Again, he's been doing his things against similar teams defensively, and I believe this one should be also another free play. And as you guys can see, CJ McCollum did he get bumped up or down? I don't even know. His line was rated at 20.5. I'm not sure why it showed that right there, but we're going to be rocking with Walker. What did they do right here? They didn't even change anything, so that's kind of weird. But Walker Kessler over that 23.5 PRA is our third player on today's video. And then with the last player that we are rocking with for this slate on the other side of the ball in this matchup, we're going to be rocking with Brandin Podziemski over his points line at 9.5. I feel like this one's very low in my opinion, especially with the lack of, Jonathan Kuminga. Obviously, they got Draymond coming back, but again, I feel like that really helps out this Warriors offense. He doesn't take too many shots, so it really shouldn't affect Brandon's workload and the amount of shots he's taking, the opportunities that he sees. I believe this guy should be able to exceed 10 points easily. I feel like this line's very low in my opinion. His last 10 games, last 6 games specifically, this dude's been seeing a lot of minutes, 32 minutes right here where he peaked at, and then again around 23 minutes on average, which is pretty good. If we look at the Utah Jazz overall defensively, they're ranked 27th in points allowed, around 118 a game. Brandin Podziemski, he's behind Curry at that shooting guard position, which they are ranked 27th in points allowed, around 30 plus a game. So again, this should be a great opportunity for this guy. He's been averaging 7 shot attempts in these last couple matchups, shooting 50%. So again, as long as he gets those shots up, he should easily be able to get 10 points. And the part that I really like is Pods has exceeded this 9.5 points in 5 of his last 6 games versus bottom 10 defenses for points allowed, averaging 13.3. So again, that is 3 over his actual line against similar teams defensively, which we'd love to see. If we go to this little insight right here, the only time that he did go under was this very low scoring game, and just overall very bad performance from the Warriors, only 105 total points scored. But despite that, against very similar teams like the Utah Jazz, for example, last matchup against these guys, he had a total of 20 points. So again, I believe this should be another very good game for him, and his resume is so solid. In his last 6 matchups head-to-heads, he's only gone under this line once, but despite that, every other game he's gone well over it. In the 2 recent ones, which were this season, he had a total of 15 and 20 points in both these matchups, which we'd love to see. And then again, on top of that insight that we saw recently, again, he's been balling out against similar teams that are very vulnerable in points allowed and bottom 10 defenses. So again, I feel like this one's a very good line. He's been performing well recently, and I expect him to be able to get those 10 points for us easily. So with that being said, our last player on today's video is that Pods play over this 9.5 points, and that is my last player that I'm giving you guys for this Wednesday, February 5th NBA slate. So this is my 4 that I'm rocking with. Again, my player of the day is DeMar DeRozan, 20.5 points. If you guys take anything, recommend that play. Second player, CJ McCollum, 20.5 points. Third player, Walker Kessler, 23.5 PRA. And then last player, Brandon Pods, over that 9.5 points. So these are my 4 that I'm rocking with. You guys can mix and match these, use them however you guys want to from the information and breakdown they give you guys. Use whichever ones you guys believe is best your own benefit, or tell straight up. I let y'all know my favorite one every single video. Again, yesterday's video we went 3 out of 3, so if you guys want to tell straight up, that's also another good option. I'll be rocking this one, nice little format personally. So again, use the data information I give you guys however you guys want to, or tell straight up like I just mentioned. And with that being said, that is all I got for you guys on today's video. Again, please drop a like and subscribe with this post notice turn on. It just mean the world to me. I've been grinding, gave you guys that nice little 3 out of 3 cash out. So again, it would just really help me out. And with that being said, that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.